Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. This is the front camera on the new Mobile G3. Been using this phone for a long time now, and I think it's time to give you some of my final thoughts on it. It's hanging around because I got a SIM card and I've been actually using it. So took it on vacation, took it on a little trip with me. So the phone is really good. So this is the front camera. It's 20 degrees outside, so I'm definitely not going outside to shoot any video for you guys, but this will do for you. So now I'm going to switch to the rear for a second. Alright guys, this is the rear camera on the new Mobile G3. Be sure to check their website for the latest pricing because you can sometimes get this for $169. They've been having a lot of promos and everything. So here's the rear camera, and let's get into the review of the phone. Hey guys, welcome. It's your man Jay, and this is the new Mobile G3. Now, New Mobile sent these phones out to the entire world. So you've probably seen a lot of YouTubers with this phone. They're really pushing this phone. There's several different versions of it, but they're really pushing this phone, and I hope that they do get the sales that they're looking for the device. Now, as a consumer, if you were to buy this, I think this is within a consumer's range of, I would say, a smart purchase. The phone is really nice, beautiful hardware, and that's where I start first with the hardware on this thing. The hardware on here, there's several different colors now, and I think that people looking for just a little bit of glow, a little bit of shine, this is definitely a phone that you will love. All the colors are beautiful. I personally like this brown tiger's eye version. I think it's very subtle, but at the same time it pops when you need it to pop. And that is something that people actually look at when they have a phone. You want a phone that looks good. You know what I'm saying? So there are phones out there that I think are unattractive, and that's kind of reality of that. So this phone though checks the box of premium hardware, and it stands in line with all the flagships in my opinion. Like the premium hardware, the way this thing looks and it feels is really good. I have no complaints about the way this thing feels. It's a nice size, the color, the way it's put together, it's really good. Now the downside to that is several people who have this phone that actually purchased it dropped it already and it's shattered. And so there are cases out there that you could possibly grab. I've done a review on some of those. Check my other videos on that. Just search Mr. J. Williams new Mobile G3 on YouTube and you'll see all my videos on it. But the problem with that, like that premium hardware, is just like the flagships. If you drop it, it's going to crack in most cases. So put a case on it if you're accident prone. If you're not accident prone, rock it raw like this. But I definitely think the hardware is premium, and it is something that you would definitely be blown away by if you ever get your chance to get your hands on this thing. So software wise, it is stock Android, and I run a different launcher on here because of the resolution. With the stock Android setup on here, you only get 4 icons, and I don't like that. So I run a different launcher. I just run a different stock launcher, nothing changed, so I can get 5 icons across and 5 row with icons. But other than that, the performance of the phone actually surprised me. It's actually doing pretty good for the processor inside, and I think that for the average consumer, they're not going to be focusing on the processor anyway. They just want to make sure it opens apps quickly, it takes photos when you need it to take, things like that. So the performance of the phone is pretty decent. Now I did run into a situation where I was driving, I was going to the bank, true story, I was going to the bank and I was carrying this phone, I was using it, so it was on I think Friday, and the thing is, I saw a car that I liked and I was pulling in. I do have cameras, several cameras all over my car, and I could have grabbed the video from that, but I wanted an actual photo. I didn't want a video. So I was whipping the phone out to try to get the photo, and the application wouldn't open. I was so frustrated. So the car took off and I was like, oh man. And the first thing I thought of was, oh gosh, man, if I would have had my other phone with me. And that's just how it works. The application's open, but and now it's opening flawlessly, but at that very split second, that is when you want your phone to perform. And I was disappointed with that. I was like, man, this phone didn't even open the camera app. But the camera app works. It's still strange. In that particular situation, the phone wasn't ready. Now I don't know if the phone was just in such a deep sleep, but I did open it with the fingerprint reader. It opened, and then when I pressed the camera button, just didn't open in time. It took like 5 seconds to open, and the car was a very fast car, and it took off. So I was kind of perturbed about that, but that's been one of the only experiences where I had with the camera just opened very slowly. But overall performance with the phone has been pretty solid, man. I don't have a lot of complaints about the performance. It's not the speediest phone. It's not going to win any wars. You're not going to get 10 seconds on the quarter mile with this thing. You're looking at probably more like 16 to 17 seconds on the quarter mile. However, it is definitely fast enough for the average consumer, because the average consumers aren't racing. So another key factor that I've covered already at the beginning of this video is the cameras. Now, the cameras for video recording are pretty decent, man. Again, I'm speaking from an average consumer's point of view of what they would probably say or see, because I'm a reviewer, but I'm also an average consumer as well. And so if I was going to decide on the quality of these cameras, I would say they're actually pretty good. They're not top-notch Pixel cameras, iPhone cameras, OnePlus. They're nowhere near those lines, but they're better than some other phones that I have in the catalog. So that's why it's not ranked at the bottom. It's actually got really decent cameras, and I gotta give credit where credit is due. Photos turn out decent. You know, it's nothing groundbreaking, but the photos are good enough to post on your social media and take pictures with your family and have the memories and share about, you know, whatever you're gonna do with it. So the cameras they're good. There's, you know, even though I have better cameras, like I said, these are good. These will work perfect for a person with this package looking to get this phone. You'll be impressed. So another area where the consumer wins with this phone is the battery life. Now, the battery life on this thing is, wow. First of all, it charges really fast. If you use the turbocharger, it charges really fast. I mean, I think it was on, it was at 50%. And I put it on the charger, and I was at 100 with just like that, it seems. It appears it was really fast. I would say 30 minutes or so, 30, 40 minutes. I was about 30 minutes. I went to 100% from about 47% or whatever it was at. I think that's pretty fast. Now, charging it from 0, it took about a little over an hour, I think, or so. It's a really fast charger. I don't like have an official timer going, but, you know, I'm checking on it, looking to see the time that I put it on. Roughly over an hour, it's definitely doable. It's good to go. So that is an area where, as a consumer, you will not have an issue with this phone. I can guarantee you should get some really good battery life. Now, with that being said, a disclaimer I must give is every user is different. So if you're a heavy, if this was going to a kid, a child, they probably won't get that good of a battery. They might get a half a day or like 8 hours, because they might be on it all day playing games, depending on what they're doing. But depending on the user, you know, if you're a light to moderate user, you're going to get fantastic battery. But if you're a really heavy user, you might be able to make it through a full day. Might, or you might not. But again, it depends on what apps you have. It depends on how you're using the phone. You know, if you're streaming all day, you're not going to get, you know, you might get a high screen on time, but you won't be able to probably make it through a full day if you're just sitting on the phone all day like this. It probably won't work. So be mindful of that when you're considering battery. So this phone checks a lot of boxes for me. The battery's good. The quality is good. The screen is really beautiful. I really like this screen. The way the colors pop and everything. It's a 720p display, but it is one of the more nice looking displays I've ever seen, just like the Moto E5 Plus. Beautiful display. The hardware on here is good. The cameras are decent. The performance is good enough, especially for the average consumer. They're not going to be concerned about what processor's inside. They want a phone that's going to last them for at least a year or two until it breaks. Because some consumers use phones. I see a lot of people walking around with cracked screens on their phones, and if the phone still works, they're using it. And I've asked people before, why don't you get your phone fixed? And they just like, I don't have money to spend on it. The phone works, so I'm going to use it as is. And I know you guys have been walking around and seeing people walking around with a cracked screen, and you feel bad for them, especially if you're a tech reviewer. You feel bad for them because you think, man, I would have gotten that fixed already. But they're in a different position. The phones are not at the top of their list like they are with us. So it's your man Jay Will, man. The new Mobile G3. First, shout out to New Mobile for sending over this one and the previous model, which I've given to a family member. Well, I've said that in another video. They needed a phone. They love the phone, by the way. My niece, she loves the phone, man. She thinks it's awesome. See, she doesn't really care about the specs and everything. She just takes photos and, you know, of her kids and, you know, her children, and they go about their, you know, their regular life, you know, with what young people do. So the phone is good. It's definitely acceptable. It is definitely a phone that competes in today's market for a $170 price tag. It is really good. It is one of the more beautiful phones I have ever seen, and it holds itself up good. It's doing very well, and it checks a lot of boxes for me. I could use it every day if I had to. If I had to use it as my primary phone, I could. I did use it as my primary phone, but if I was like stuck with this phone, I would make it work. I would find a way to make it work. That little flaw with the camera, that's the only hiccup I've ever had. So no complaints from me. It's your man Jay. I am out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed. And did you pick up this phone? Do you like it? If you have it and you like it, you hate it, leave a comment down below. We'll talk about it. I'm out.